Hi guys, so we're giving away a copy of FIFA 21 completely free to site subscribers on foottrading.co.uk. One of you will win that, just as a way of saying thank you for all the incredible support that we have had this year. We're also giving away a 1-year subscription to another lucky site subscriber. So make sure, if you've been debating doing it up till now, if you just want to learn how the FIFA market works, £10 for a tier 1 subscription that gives you buying prices for over, I think now, 2,000 cards in total on this game. Pretty much all of the cards that cover the algorithm are there. So make sure you hit it up, whatever you do. But let's get into this video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below. Clicking the like button and make sure to comment and tell me anything you want to see on the channel in the lead up to FIFA 21. This video does come from a suggestion that someone asked for, well, quite a few of you asked for. And it's basically around how to make coins at the moment on the game, but I want to teach you how to make coins at the moment with knowledge you can then use for the start of FIFA 21. Now, talk about subscribing. Over half of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to learn how to make lots of FIFA coins. I've done it this year. I've been teaching you guys how to make millions and millions of coins. And I hope to do it again in FIFA 21 if you guys will have me. Make sure you click the link down below. Come over to Twitch if you want to do this stuff live. And ! Discord in the Twitch chat gets you access to our Discord server. It is completely free to join. It always will be. I can help you in there as well. Over 1,000 people now in there. It's a brilliant, brilliant community. But realistically, this video, a lot of people are saying to me at the moment that they're not really playing the game because it's dead, it's boring. And I say to people all the time, what you should be using right now is using the game to get better at the parts that you're weak at. So for me, I'm still playing gameplay because I want to next year try and push towards Elite 2, Elite 1 and start consistently getting those high tier rewards. But for those people who don't trade or haven't traded much, I've said to them, I've said to a lot of my boys, learn really now how the transfer market works, how to trade when there's not too much interruption on the game. Especially when you've got coins, it doesn't really matter so much if you do lose, if you make an error, a mistake, it doesn't matter too much. And so for me, it's vitally, vitally important that you use this time now to set yourself up. If you really can get a grasp on how to trade at the end of the game now, you'll be set up for FIFA 21 because the cards I'm going to show you and how to trade at the moment, I'm going to show you that in a minute. When I show you that, you'll be able to do that with lower budget cards at the beginning of 21. So using Hunters and Shadows to make profit, using low budget methods to make profit, using Thursday flips to make profit. And if you can get a grasp of that with the higher tier cards now that have come down in price, you can really, really, really set yourself up very, very well for FIFA 21 and doing that early game. If you can get 1-2 million coins in the first couple of weeks of FIFA, which is what everyone's aim is, you can build yourself a very nice team of FUT champs, and that carries you to better rewards, which gets you better, sort of, I guess, yeah, more coin balance because you've got better players from those awards. So it's massively important. So first thing I want to talk to you about is a simplistic thing I spoke about a fair few times, and that is trading with chemistry styles, specifically Shadows and Hunters. Now, I'm going to give you guys a basic run through in terms of, I don't like the idea, or if you're first starting out trying to trade, and I say to you guys, go special and do certain filters, it's just long-winded for you, it doesn't make sense. Now, why do we trade with Shadows and Hunters? The reason we do that is because they're the two most expensive chem styles in the game. Shadows are around 10,000 coins, Hunters about 5,000 coins at the moment. But people will pay a premium for a card with a Shadow on it and a card with a Hunter on it. The problem is people don't always sell them at a premium. So that's where the likes of us can come in and make good profit out of it. Now, when I trade, I literally trade with a filter that might be something like, I don't know, this. And I'll go and do that, and I'll go and flick through, and I've got the website, I've got prices, I can see what stuff is selling for, so we can have a little look and go, okay, cool, at the moment, I don't know who we got here, but let's just say Kappa, for example. Compare price on him. On the website, I'll tell you his price, but I'll have a look. 20,000 coins on him there, 19,500 there. So I know this 19,500 Shadow, 9250 Shadow, that's a good pickup, I'll buy that. And this one here, I'll buy that. Now, I know that because I trade with Kappa. To be blunt with you, I bought a few of him last night. I trade with him, it's easy. But what I would suggest you start by doing is breaking it down by card type. And I would start with maybe Team of the Season so far. They're like, always wanted, they're the best cards in the game. People do it. I would clear off your thing here. And I would just go max price. We'll do max price 15 mil. And I'll do max buy it now. And this is the most primitive way to trade. Most simplistic way. I'd start here and I'd see what comes up when you put Shadow on. So let's go to 38,000. Okay, cool, we're here. You've got a Dabo and you've got an Ehekwe. Now, all you've got to do here is compare price. Now, you can use Footbin, and you can look at Footbin graphs and see what he's been selling for and roughly where he's been at, and it'll give you an idea of what to buy. But he's got a Shadow on him there. He's 36,750. Ordinarily, this would be a good buy. However, I know Ehekwe has a 40,000 coin price cap, so don't buy that one without a doubt. And then Dabo's a similar sort of thing. I think he's got a 40,000 coin price cap as well. And you just want to fiddle about. So then once I've done that and gone, okay, cool, these two aren't good deals, because go on to Footbin, check the price ranges. It's vitally important you do that so you don't lose coins. I'll then run it again. I'll look here and I'll say, okay, cool. I know Good's got it, so we'll go again. We'll try and find another one. Let's go again, 43,000. See if we've got anyone else that pops up. Not yet. And it's the most primitive way you can do this. Mess about your filters is important. You can learn how filters work the more you do it. But you just want to keep going up by like one thing at a time and just keep bringing up new shadows. So here we go. So we've got Kim Min Jae. Let's just compare price on him. And so he's got 47,500, 47,250, 47,500. And he's 47,250 there with shadow. Now I'm just going to check him on Footbin and just see what his price range is and see where he's at. The reason why I'd be a bit iffy about buying this guy is he's a Korean guy from the Chinese league. Like, he's only so good he can be realistically, if you're being honest, like in terms of people wanting him. However, I know that there are 3 on the transfer market of this guy, and he's a 47k right now. So I'm going to go and buy him with shadow. Because I'm now going to allow for the shadow value that the person that sold him hasn't allowed for. They've not allowed for that shadow value. Now Campos, let's have a look at Campos. 52 there, 49, 47, 500. Now this is an attacking player, bear this in mind. I'm going to buy him with a shadow on him anyway. It's a harder sell to get an attacking player with a shadow on him. It is a harder sell, I'll give you that. But again, he's within it, the sort of price range of him. I don't know what his price range is on the game at the moment, but I believe it's in the 60s or 70s from what I remember. Just check it. Always remember you've got to allow for 5% EA tax when you do this. So, price range 120. So I'm relatively right with that. He was down at 45 about an hour ago. He's at 48 there. I'm not too stressed about that. You can keep an eye on it. On Footbin, if I show you quickly, let's go last month. Actually, let's go hourly. So if we go to desktop. Don't know why it's doing that so sorry. But 47,000 here, 44,000 here. He's got down as low as 41 at one point today, but I wouldn't worry. His average has been about 44. Sunday, he was up at a high point of 47. Saturday, as high as 52. And this is why this method works so well into Saturdays. It works sensationally well into Saturdays. But yeah, that's really what you want to be doing. And you want to pick them up. We'll go back now and we'll look at... We'll keep that Campos there. We'll look at some ones that I've already picked up. We'll go and do the same thing with the Hunter. So Croup Miners, I picked him up for... I think it was 48. 49 maybe. What did we pick him up for? 49 picked him up for. Compare price on him. Cheapest on the market at the moment is 48,000 coins. The person that's selling this card is not allowing for the shadow card on him. Now I'm pretty sure he's got a price cap of 55,000. So we'll list him up. After tax, should come about 3,000 coins profit. It's not masses. Like I'm not going to pretend like it is. But it's still solid profit. So we've got Andre here. We're Hunter on him. 45 we picked him up for. Going to compare price on him. Cheapest on the market at the moment on him is 44,000 with a basic on him. None with a Hunter. So I'm going to look to try and push to maybe 52 for him overnight. Because remember, I'm buying him during the day. Cards only go up in value overnight. The best time to sell these is overnight. So once you've bought all your cards, you've got them together, you want to list them overnight and put a little bit of a premium on them for being overnight. So if, for example, you go to bed at 10 o'clock and you think, right, let me list them up. And at that time, you're sitting at 110, for example, a card at 110. Go 115, go 120, see what you can do. The market's only going to rise into the weekend when people buy their cards for Weekend League. This Kim Min Jae we just picked up. So he's there at 47. I'm going to list him full price, 55. I should get that for him overnight almost certainly. He's a harder sell, be warned on that. He is a harder sell because he's so off league. Kappa we saw, we picked up the 2 cheapest ones. We'll go like 24,500 and 24,000 on these 2 here. We'll do that, 24,000 on him. And for what's literally been about 10 minutes work, I'm looking at 20k, 30k profit minimum. 44,000 is Pellegrini here, 45 is the cheapest on the market. I just bought this one for 41 with a Hunter on it. So now I know he's at 45. I'm going to list him and allow for the Hunter on top of that. But I don't want to get too greedy. I want to sell. I'm going to list him at 48 and see if we can get a bite at that price. And then for Campos, we just saw him a minute ago. With no cheapest on the market at the moment. We'll list him at about 55. He will sell for that overnight, almost certainly. Easy profit. And you can do this with any single special card at all. So if you're thinking, right, let me just quickly check that donk out. So have a look at what he's doing. He's at 47, not just in that. If you're thinking, right, Team of Seasons maybe out my budget, cool, drop down, go Future Stars. Go to Future Stars, bring it right down, see what you can get. So it comes up with shadows on it at, we've got 28, 30,000. So you've got Emerson here. So you know for what this isn't that great a deal. He's flooded with shadows, so I won't bother with him. I then flick over to my hunters again, and we go, okay, cool, hunter. Working up the hunter on him for 30k, nothing, 33k. So we've got the RB card, for example. I compare price on him. So 24. So someone's already allowed for the hunter on him. If you see 24,000, someone's sending him based upon the fact that he's got a hunter on him. But that doesn't mean we don't flick through and go, okay, cool, let's have a little look and see what hunters we've got here with that price on him, what he doesn't have, what he does have. Doesn't mean you don't flick through. Make sure you remember that. Always remember to flick through them and just see, because even though that hunter might not be a good deal, there may be one on the market that is a good deal. But that's really trading with shadows and hunters, and I would start inherently. Let me just quickly clear off the attribute cards. We've released everything else that's on there. I'd start off with one type of card and then build your knowledge up bit by bit. You get to a point where you can just work with specials. It's really, really easy. But maybe start with one. So start with team of the season so far, or start with or future stars. Now, next thing I want to talk to you guys about is Thursday flipping. I'll be right back for that because that is the most important thing I think you can do begin the FUT 21. So I'll show you that now. All right, guys. So for those who don't know what Thursday flipping is, essentially you're looking to buy cards. I usually buy mine on Wednesday evening. I find that's when the market's really at the lowest point. And what you're doing is you're buying cards that are low to sell them into basically people building their weekend league teams. That's essentially what you're trying to do with Thursday flipping. The thing that makes Thursday flipping so effective is if you can read what's coming on the game, which is going to be particularly pertinent in FIFA 21. Because say there's a promo coming and you know in that promo there's going to be a type of card, specifically, I don't know, Dutch players going to be part of that. You might want to buy the Dutch players, etc, etc, etc. During TOTW'S, this was extremely effective. If you saw Premier League TOTW'S coming out, for example, you need to buy into Van Dijk, because not everyone had Van Dijk's card, but a lot of people would get Robertson, so Van Dijk would climb. So if you can read those sort of things, if you got, let's say for example, first promo of FIFA 21 is going to be ones to watch, right? And we know that we're going to have Werner in there, you know, you're going to have Sane in there, those sort of cards. If you can buy into cards that are going to link into those players for Weekend League, as people get them as part of rewards, you can do really well. It's really simplistic as well. It's incredibly simplistic. Now I'm showing you two cards to give you an idea, but this is Van Dijk. He's 143k at the moment. What you're looking to do with these sort of cards is just check what they've been doing throughout the week. So we're going to start off with like July, we say okay, goes down onto Sunday, climbs back up on Monday, da 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 da. But if you look at this is what you're looking for. So Wednesday last week, he's 133k. By Weekend League Saturday, he was 148k. He gained 15,000 coins. So now at 148k, you've got to allow for EA tax. You're going to lose 7k of that. You're picking up something in the region. If you buy him at his lowest point on average, you're picking up about 8,000 coins per card. Now bear in mind, FUTBIN only shows you an average price. So it shows you that last Wednesday on average, he was about 133,000 coins. Cheaper ones would have come onto the market. When I Thursday flip, I'm incredibly patient and I wait for the best deals. I do not just jump in there and go, let me just buy whichever one because I know that's what he was selling for last week. So if I saw 133, I'm going to be looking for 130k minimum. But I also check what the market does. I'm going to look all the time going, okay, cool, well actually, Van Dijk's dropped as low as 130 all week. He probably drops a little bit more tonight. I'll wait for that. 6 p.m. Thursday is really a sweet spot in my opinion to buy into these cards. But you buy into them en masse, loads of them, and you sell them into Weekend League rewards. You make yourself 8k a card. Now if you go and buy 10 of these Van Dijks, you make yourself 80,000 coins. On average, you probably make a bit more if you're smart with your buys. N'Golo Kante, his graph's a bit more over the place, but it gives you like a sort of an idea here. Wednesday, he got down as low as 37. By Weekend League, he was up at sort of 42. So he's only gained about 5k. Again, this is an average, but you might bear that in mind. It is only an average. But you're looking for players who've got maybe a bit more of an up and down in their graph than someone like an N'Golo Kante. I'd again say to you, look at team of the season so far players. Get an idea of maybe, let's have a little look at Andre that I've just bought a minute ago. I want to see what he did. You really want to be looking at those sort of players that have got quite big peaks and troughs in their movement. So you think like that's a good card to buy into. So let's have a little look at Andre. So he was a good card. I'd say at the moment he's a bit iffy. He's a bit all over the place. But even on Wednesday, as low as 34k, got as high as 47 by Friday before coming down again to 42. But even from sort of 34 to 42k, it's an 8,000 coin rise. After selling, it's about 6,000 coins profit a card roughly. So you look to buy into on Wednesday and then sell them off Friday into Saturday. Don't panic. You've got 2 nights to list overnight for these cards. Overnight listing again is priority here. And a big thing here, pick them up with shadows and hunters on them again. This doesn't allow for the fact that this Andre might have been 33k, but if you'd have picked him up with shadow on him, and when he spikes up to maybe 42, he's actually worth about 45 to 48 with shadow on him. It's even more profit. So if you can pick him up with shadows and hunters, that's what I would do. As advice to you guys, what I'd be saying to you right now is to choose maybe 4 or 5 cards, go on the graphs, have a look at them, see what you like, see if you see the spikes and drops and whatnot. Keep an eye on those into Wednesday, and then go and buy them and try it out for your first time. Don't buy too many, maybe buy 5, 10 cards, see how it goes. If you do well, do it again and do it again and rinse and repeat it. Because if in FIFA 21 you can do that, let's say for example with early doors, Marcus Rashford's a card that's always expensive early doors on FIFA 21. If in weekend league stuff you see him going for 40k, but you knew at the beginning of weekend league it was 65, which happens sometimes, so some cards they drop off like exponentially, you can be using that to your advantage to make a lot of coins early on in FIFA 21. So right now, use this time to start trying out these methods and some more that I'm going to show you guys in the coming days and weeks to start learning how the market works, how it goes up and down. Understand there's a risk attached to this. It's not guaranteed profit. You have to be smart about what you do and read it up. But it's easy ways you can start to learn how to trade on FIFA. But that's going to be the end of the video. Like I say, please do subscribe if you are new around here. But yeah, comment down below anything else you want to see, any other methods you guys would like to see. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.